Alright folks, just a little bit more football talk. yeah. Well, there's been a lot happening actually. Yeah. Well, in the aftermath of the game, Ten Hag basically said Newcastle won because they wanted it more and were more determined. Luke Shaw then came out and made a statement, well, basically saying United lost on passion, desire and hunger. And that should never be possible for that to happen. And he basically said, every time we lose, he comes out and says the same thing. Because it's the same reason why they lose. Well, from my point of view, and yeah. I've said before about the same thing, because United players go out there and barely put in a shift. They show no hunger, no desire, no fight. That when that is the case, you'd be absolutely seeing no problem at all if the manager dropped the whole lot of them. Well, certainly the ones that he believes were doing that. So for me, I'd say I wouldn't include Daigle in that. Today, I wouldn't include him. I wouldn't include Varane or Martinez. But certainly Daigle, yes. Shaw, yes. McTominay, yes. Bruno, yes. Rashford, yes. Weghorst. So Weghorst did the best he could. But I was watching the United stand where they were doing a fan forum after the game, and the bloke who was on it quite a lot, Ricky, was basically saying he would prefer to lose Rashford and Bruno than Weghorst and McTom. A lot of people were saying, you're absolutely crazy. But he said basically the problem with that is they think they're starter players, Bruno and Rashford. But we know the other two players shouldn't be starting. But everyone thinks that Bruno and Rashford should start. And that's not true, because they're not good enough. And I agree completely with that. Completely. Well, certainly, as I said, Bruno as captain, no, he should be stripped. He should be stripped. I would have stripped him going back, because they had that situation, didn't they, where he was bitching at his own players and whinging and whining on, and wasn't willing to run after the ball or to run back or anything. That was a point in time I would have taken the captaincy off him. I think the manager has been poor. But again, I understand if the manager has a big plan for the summer where he's going to get rid of all these players that are causing the problems. And I think Bruno is one of these players that's causing the problems in the team. If he's planning to get rid of him in the summer, well then, okay. And if the manager sees it, well, he's got to put up with it for now, because he can't do anything about it right now. That's understandable. If you have a workforce that's putting in about 50%, but basically if you sack them all, you've got 0%. So I understand that. Okay. But, my God, yeah, with that sort of thing where time and time again, they're going against teams and they're not willing to battle, they're not willing to put a shift in, to run as much, to fight as much. I mean, you see in that game today, Newcastle players were going through United players to get to the ball. Yeah, they weren't mucking around, they wanted to win that game. You could see by the way they were playing, they were hungry, they wanted to win that game. United players didn't see that from any player at all. Apart from Martinez. The only player you saw that really from was Martinez. That's why for me, he was my man of the match, because he was the only one who showed that. None of the rest did. Say, Anthony is another whinger like Bruno. Because Anthony, when he was brought off, he looked like he was going to cry. You don't look like you're going to cry. In the next game, do better. Next time you start, make sure the manager will never pull you off again. That's what you do. Look like you're going to cry. Oh, I would never pick you again. No. But also today, Graham Potter has finally been sacked. You don't want anyone to be sacked, really, but come on, what are they doing in employing the Brighton Hove Albion manager to manage Chelsea and then spend all that money on bringing all those players in for a manager who's never experienced anything like it? Yeah, any chance it would be the case where it would be too much for him? Yeah, obviously. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, of course. Ugh. And Brendan Rodgers also stepped down from managing Leicester because they've been in a really, really poor form for quite a while now. So, yeah, they're looking for a new manager. So are Chelsea. Conte is available. So, Chelsea should go for Conte, I think. I mean, that'll work. Yeah. That's it. I mean, should Conte have been sacked? No, I don't think so. I mean, Conte was correct on what he said about the Tottenham fans. I think that what he said about the Tottenham players, and I think the Tottenham fans, most Tottenham fans, agreed with him and what he was saying on the day. But because you have all these, safe space players who can't be offended, they sack the manager. Yeah. Now, to me, what would matter far more to me if I was running the club is the players would have offended all those fans by the way they played. You've got all those fans that pay their hard-earned money to go and watch a football match, go and watch people who are being paid more money each week than most of those fans would earn in their whole lifetime, and that's the effort they can put in. I would say that's far more offensive than anything that Conte could possibly say. But that's just me. Yeah, so if I was in charge of Tottenham, I would have stuck with the manager. Any players that came to me bitching and moaning, I would have said to the manager, this is what the player's been doing. If I was you, I'd drop them. I'd drop them until they realise that ain't going to work. That they're supposed to be adults. And as soon as they start behaving like adults again, then pick them. Otherwise, drop them. That's what all these football clubs need, is owners and managers who are going to be not scared of players. Because the problem is players have too much control. I think we're coming to a time where that's going to change. Hopefully it is. I hope it is. Well, then you don't want managers coming out after the game and being abusive about the players. That's a different matter. That's, yeah. There needs to be a nice balance. I don't think we've got that right now. No. Anyway. So that's another 2 managers who need to find jobs. And clubs who need to find managers now. So, yeah. Well, there you go. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Have a fantastic week ahead. Be blessed. Be a blessing. Etc. Etc. Enjoy. And enjoy whatever football's coming up. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.